Hello students, welcome back to my physics channel. In this video I am going to discuss about horizontal projectile students. What is horizontal projectile? We'll see. Horizontal, projectile. So horizontal projectile motion we are going to discuss, students. So this is the one of the part of projectile motion. A little change we will be getting in this projectile motion, students. So far we have discussed about, see, in the case of projectile motion, let me consider one ball is there, we are projecting vertically upwards, means it is not comes under projectile motion. I told you clearly, because the path is straight line, definitely it won't consider to be as a two-dimensional motion. So once if any body is thrown with an angle of theta, then it will be comes under projectile motion. Then the path will be parabola. It will be having some maximum height, range, time of ascent, time of descent. These all things we have discussed, students. So that is what comes under projectile motion. Okay, normal projectile motion. From horizontal, from surface of the earth, if you are making an inclination, then it will become projectile motion. Fine. Next we will go for horizontal projectile, means how it will be. Actually, what is the meaning of horizontal projectile? Let us discuss that. So first of all, let me consider we have to be at a certain distance or certain height from the earth surface. So let me consider one building we have to select, or else any tower we can take. So now let me consider one ball as projected horizontally, straightly, horizontally. 100% the ball has projected horizontal, so no inclination here, just horizontally I am going to project. At that instant, the vertical velocity will be 0, guys. Here no vertical velocity is applied for the, we should not apply vertical velocity for that particular object, but totally 100% horizontal velocity only applicable here. Fine. So let me consider, if you throw horizontally, what happens? This ball has to go like this. This ball has to go straight. But what happens? Because of the gravitational force will pull this body, right? Yes or no? Because of this pulling of gravitational force, the body will move in this path, students, in parabola like this. It will reach the ground. Then here we will be getting, this is what called as a range, we will say. Yes or no? And the height where we have thrown is nothing but height of the tower or height of a particular building, like that we will say. There is no inclination, students, here. There is no inclination with any theta we are going to consider here. Try to catch my point. Just I am throwing the ball horizontally, so that the block will, due to the gravity, it will be in the shape of, the trajectory of the path will be, the trajectory of the body will be in a parabolic shape. Okay, fine. Let me consider the ball reached at this point. Then what happens? Only it will be having horizontal component. I told you clearly, whenever the ball is under the gravity, under the influence of the gravity, the velocity, the horizontal component of velocity is constant, students. So here you can take u is constant only. Here you can take horizontal component is constant u. Here you can take u only. At last, when it is reaching the ground, also u only, horizontal component of velocity. Then what happens to the vertical component? So far it is 0, but earth will pull this now. Definitely it will get some v1 velocity. Again it will get some v2 velocity. You can write v2. Again it will get some v3 velocity. So velocity keep on increasing. So v5 velocity it will get when it is reaching the ground. The velocity keep on increasing. You tell me it is positive g, acceleration is positive g or negative g? Exactly positive g you will be getting when it is increasing. Try to catch my point, students. Now, what is that velocity? Let me consider the time taken to reach from here to here is t, small t. Then what is the velocity v1? You know the formula very well. V is equals to u plus at is the kinematics first formula. Am I right, students? So now in this, v in a sense what? V1. So I wanted to find v1 value. U means what? Initially vertical only. We should consider vertical only, students. Horizontal always constant. We should not worry about horizontal component of velocity. We are not going to take care about it. Always it is a constant. It will not change. Only vertical component of velocity will be getting changed step by step. Now tell me, students, v1 is equal. So I wanted to find the velocity, vertical velocity at this point. Okay. So v1 is equal. So tell me what happens. v1 is equal. So yes, tell me. So u means 0 because initially it has started with a 0 velocity, y component of velocity, plus g means what? A means what? G only, plus g, that's why plus g I put here. T means what? T, that's it. So v1 is equals to gt. Student, try to catch my point. After t time it will become gt. After, let me consider up to here t2 time, then gt2, g into t2. Suppose for example t3, g into t3, like that. If the time period increasing, it will be increasing on. So let me consider the total time taken to reach the ground is capital T. Let me consider the total time taken is reach the ground to capital T. Then what is the velocity? What is the vertical velocity when it is reaching the ground? Can you tell me v5? It is very simple, students. That is v5 is equals to v5, students. Final velocity I consider as v5. v5 is equals to what is that? G into capital T. That's all. But vertical component, horizontal component is always constant. That is u only. Now can you tell me what is the velocity vector here? Velocity vector, how can you frame the velocity vector actually? So velocity vector, any time t is given by vx I cap plus vy j cap. In this form we have to find the velocity vector, students. So okay, fine, no problem here. Vx in a sense what? Always constant, that is u into I cap, plus vy means what? See students, here vy is always acting downwards. See, at the point of projection we have to consider it as the origin. So in mathematics, you know origin, if it is origin means it will be positive x-axis, it will be negative x-axis, it will be positive y-axis, it will be negative y-axis. So negative y-axis, no, that's why we will get vy means negative vy. So you can write minus vy j cap. What is this vy at any time t? gt. At any time t, t1, gt1, t2, gt2, like that. So finally we can write a velocity vector at any time t is given by, write down, velocity vector at any time t is given by v bar is equals to, write it down students, v bar is equals to u I cap minus gt j cap, students. So once you know velocity vector, you can find the magnitude also. Suppose if I want to find the magnitude of this velocity, v is equal to square root of, magnitude means u square plus g square t square at any time t. Students, are you understanding this question? Very, very simple, students. Velocity at any time t is given by this. Any doubts here? Make a note of this, students. Make a note of this, it is very important. Next, what we are going to do here is, what is the relationship between this height and time of descent? Time of descent or total time of interval to reach the ground? Listen. What is that relationship? So you know very well, s is equals to ut plus half at square is the formula of kinematics here. So since it is covering negative distance, minus h we can take here. So minus h is equals to, write it down clearly, minus h is equals to ut means what? U means vertical component is 0 into t plus half, okay, g, okay, t square means what? Total time taken to reach the ground is capital T. Let me consider. So we can take t square. See, since the acceleration here is according to vector concept, it is negative, or else modulus if you are taking h you can take, no problem, positive also you can take. If you are taking negative, this g also you should take negative, because it is also vector quantity, no, which is acting downside. Minus y axis, that's why minus we are taking. No need to take means you can leave it. So h is equals to half gt square, students. Now I want to find t square. T square is equals to 2g, tell me, 2h by g. See this? T square, 2h by 2 will multiply h and g will come down. So 2h by g. Then t is equal to square root of 2h by g. Very, very important formula. Make a note of this. So time period to reach the ground is square root of 2h by g is the formula, students, where h is the maximum height or height from where the body has projected like this horizontally. That we have to consider here. Any doubt, students, here? Next, I wanted to find the range of this. How can I find the range actually? Very simple task. Why? Because already I told you clearly. So range in a sense, horizontal displacement, range is equals to range displacement, right? Displacement is equal to velocity. So horizontal velocity into time t, total time taken is t, no, that's it. So horizontal velocity, what is it? Horizontal velocity, students, it is always constant u. So u into square root of 2h by g, students. So this is what called as range in the horizontal projectile, students. If you know these three formulas, you can do any problem in this, students. Suppose for example, somewhere they will ask the questions of, definitely they will ask after t time, okay, after t time, what is an angle made by the velocity vector, they will ask. Let me consider, it is what the height of the tower. So one ball has projected here, so here the ball has reached here after t time. So this velocity vector will be acting like this, no? This is what the velocity vector, students. Yes or no? Velocity vector. So what is an angle made by the velocity vector to the horizontal? See, actually horizontal is this. Listen here, students. This is horizontal. This angle they will ask sometimes. So after t2 time, the angle will be changes like this. So this angle will increases. Are you getting my point? Theta 1, theta 2. Like this, it is keep on increasing. That angle, if they are asking what is the formula for that angle, is very simple. Tan theta is equals to vertical component of velocity by horizontal component of velocity. Same formula I told you in projectile motion. You can remember that also. Both are same notation you have to use. And tan theta, Vy in a sense, what guys here? Vy always gt. Remember, Vy always gt. You know why? Because V at any time t is given by ui cap minus gt j cap. I told you clearly, it is vector form. So in the scalar form, if you are taking means gt, it will come gt divided by Vx means always u only. So you can remember this formula. Tan theta is equals to gt by u is the formula. What is this theta here? Theta is a angle made by, write down this. Theta is an angle made by velocity vector at any to the horizontal at any time t with respect to horizontal. That's it, students. So these are the formulas are very important for the projectile motion. Once again, I will recap this all formulas. Listen here carefully. What is the first formula here we have discussed? The first formula is velocity. Velocity vector at any time t is given by ui cap minus gt j cap. This is a formula at any time t. And then coming to time of descent, total time of descent to reach the ground is 2h by g, students. And then coming to range is equals to horizontal component of velocity into 2h by g, students. Okay. And one more formula, that is tan theta. So tan theta is equals to gt by u. What is theta? Theta is an